Hello everyone, welcome back to StudyBuddy Code channel. We're solving SAT maths questions in the domain algebra and the difficulty level is medium. If you'd like to know how I've selected these questions, you can go back to the first video in this playlist. Let's start reading the question now. A team of workers has been moving cargo off a ship. The equation below models the approximate number of tons of cargo, Y, that remains to be moved X hours after the team started working. The graph of this equation in the XY plane is a line. What is the best interpretation of the x-intercept in this context? So I'll give you a minute to pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, let's start solving this question now. So the equation they have given us is y equals 120 minus 25x. And here they said that y is the number of tons of cargo that remains to be moved x hours after the team started working. So x here is the hours and y is the number of tons of cargo. I'm not gonna write that. Okay. And they said that this graph is a line. It is because y equals mx plus b. And although it's not truly visible here, it's actually just y equals negative 25x plus 120. However, we'll suit to this because it is what the question gave us. Okay? All right. So here, the question is asking us about the x-intercept in this context, okay? Here, in this equation, we only have the y-intercept, which is this one. This is the y-intercept. And let me just draw it for you quickly. So this is, for example, 120. So we're starting from here, okay? And, oops, okay. And we're probably going down here because, the cargo that's remaining is decreasing by the hour. Get it? Because they're moving it every hour. So it's decreasing. Okay? So 120 here is the number of tons. Okay? Not hours. No. It's the number of tons here. And the x-intercept, okay? Here, using Desmos is actually very much easier because you can get the line pretty quickly and you can see what the x-intercept is and then you can decide. However, I'll just show it to you how to do it on paper as well. X-intercept. What is the x-intercept? It is when y equals 0, correct? Let me just show you. Y-intercept is when y-intercept is on the y-axis, correct? So it's always x is 0. X is always 0 and y is some specific value. That is the y-intercept. The x-intercept, on the other hand, is on the x-axis, of course, and y equals 0. Y equals 0, and we have x, some value, okay? So with that knowledge, we can use it in our equation here, okay? Let me just erase this. So we said that the x-intercept is when the y is equal to 0. So let's do that here. Y equals 0. Great. Equals 120 minus 25x. Okay. Now let's start solving this as a normal equation. I'm going to send 120 to the other side, so it will be 0 minus 120. Because here it's plus, so it will be minus in the other side, equals negative 25x. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, so this will be negative 120 equals negative 25x. This will be negative 120 divided by negative 25 equals x. Okay, so cancel that, and this will equal, if you use your calculator here, 120 divided by 25, it will be 4.8. Okay, it will be 4.8. And 4.8 here is the number of hours. Remember that because we need it when we solve this. Okay, so we got our x-intercept. It's 4.8 hours. Now let's start reading the question. Let's start reading the options now. Option A, the team will have moved all the cargo in 4.8 hours. Is that what the x-axis, is that what the x-intercept will be? So the x-intercept, let me just draw that again. 120 here. And, 4.8 here because 4.8, okay? And the line will be something like this, okay? So that's not my best drawing here, but that's what it is here. We have the x-intercept. And y is equal to 0. So what does that mean when y equals 0? Here they said that y is the remaining cargo to be moved. And if that is equal to 0, that means they have moved all the cargo off of the ship, correct? So at 4.8 hours of working, they would have moved all the cargo off the ship, correct? So that's what option A is saying. That might be correct. Let's leave that. Option B, the team has been moving about 4.8 tons of cargo per hour. That's very wrong. This is not the tons of cargo. 4.8 is the number of hours. Okay, it's not tons of cargo. And actually option B is the team has been moving about 4.8 tons of cargo per hour. If you see in this equation, that's actually 25. It's multiplying with x, the number of hours, and it's the number of tons of cargo per hour being moved. So that's actually equal to 25. That is wrong. Option C, the team has been moving about 25 tons of cargo per hour. That is actually correct. However, we're talking about the x-intercept here. 25 is not the x-intercept, it's 4.8. This is correct, but not for this question, okay? The team started with 120 tons of cargo to move. That is correct. However, that is the y-intercept, not the x-intercept. So that is factually correct, however, not for this question. So the correct option is option A. All right, so I'm going to show you how to solve this using decimals now. Okay, so I've typed in the equation that they gave us here. And as you can see here, we've got our line. Okay, that's 120, which is the y-intercept. As you can see, x is 0, and we have a y-intercept that is 120. Here, another gray point, if you can see. Oops, let me click on another gray point here is the x-axis. It's intersecting the x-axis. Oh, it's the x-intercept, sorry. This is the x-intercept. And we have 4.8 and 0. So I'm going to just take that out. Okay, 4.8 and 0. So that's the x-intercept. So after you get this in decimals, you can go back to the options and see what 4.8 means. That is the number of hours that it took them to move all of the cargo off of the ship, because y equals 0 now, which is the remaining cargo left on the ship. Okay, thank you.